Good
Well,
evening.
see,
Welcome to Anime-Zing Radio here on YouTube and Twitch. We are playing Stardew Valley tonight. I'm your host, Doug Engler. Joining me in the co-host seat, as always, is our good friend, Mr. Darren Starling.
hello.
And today we are going to be playing Stardew Valley. I'm going to start a new game from scratch and try to probably turn this into a little series, and we'll see how we do. Hopefully there's a lot of interaction because we're hoping to have a lot of interaction from the chat. I will apologize ahead of time. We are having a very, very stormy night from what I've been told up here in Pennsylvania. We are starting to get the remnants of Hurricane Debbie, which I think Darren's gotten the start of that earlier today as well. And we both will be dealing with this for the rest of the week with rain, windy conditions. We have a thunderstorm, loudest clap of thunder I've heard in a long time. Scared the crap out of our cat. Hello, Winry, and hello, John Knight. It's great to see you guys. But like
Yes,
I said,
John, it's just the boys for now.
I did put a message out into our group chat, so I don't know if Angela will show up or not. Usually she needs a heads up more than just a few minutes ahead of time. But some of these live streams, like I only got home from food delivery about an hour ago and then spent time reading to my daughter and then getting everything set up for this. So it was kind of a last minute. Let's stream tonight.
I'm curious. You said read to your daughter. What kind of material are you reading? How old is she again?
She is 6, and typically reading to my daughter entitles getting a book off her shelf and letting her read to me and helping her with the words that she doesn't know.
Because I will say this. That was one thing my parents did when I was young. They would get me all sorts of children's books. The Winnie the Pooh books, I think, were my favorite. And then just reading to me growing up, I think helped me to be so far ahead of other kids once I got into school. Because in like first grade, I was reading at like a third or fourth grade level. And I was an avid reader throughout all of elementary school.
So let's get the game started here. We click new, and I'm going to try to do this all without cheating because I know there are cheats on here, and I'm able to get certain items in different ways, but I'm going to do my best to not be tempted to do that. And Winry said that my daughter made her read to her every night when we spent the week here. So Stardew Valley is a game about farming, fishing. You can have relationships. There's many different variations to this game, which is one reason that I kind of like it. Let's see. Gonna have a cat. Name. Just gonna put the name as Anime-Zing. Anime-Zing farm. Favorite thing. Anime. Skip the intro since. Oh, we'll ask the chat. Do we want to watch the intro or do we want to skip it? Like I said, we're going to have a lot of chat interaction throughout the games here.
I'd say you're not quite Twitch Plays Pokemon, which was probably one of the greater things that we've ever done. Well, not us, but the internet as a whole.
Winry says that she wants to watch the opening. So let's go. Darren, say stop. When you say stop, that's what our character is going to look like.
Alto.
What'd you say?
I said stop in Spanish, but I was going to say, ¿comprende español?
No.
No bueno.
I can barely speak English. You've heard the show.
You speak just English.
Some people say I speak Japanese.
They tell me I speak, I don't know. They always call me over anytime they need translation. And I'm like, why y'all calling me? When there's someone that's actually fluent in it and standing right beside me.
So we're just going to start with the standard farm, and let's go.
Hey, Ross.
Hello, Ross. Welcome to the stream. Tonight we're playing some Stardew Valley. And for my very special grandson, I want you to have this sealed envelope. No, don't open it yet. Have patience. Now listen close. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life.
Really?
And your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. We call that getting older. We call
Pretty
that
much.
When that happens, my boy, you'll be ready for this gift.
So wait for life to hit you in the face. Got it.
Now let Grandpa rest. Many years later. At the Joja Company. I'm sorry that you had a bad day, Ross. I hope that the stream tonight, a nice kind of relaxing farming sim type of game, will help you to enjoy yourself and relax and maybe at least finish off the night better than what the day has been. Dear Anime-Zing, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I'd lost sight of what mattered most in life, real connections with other people and nature. So I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy, Anime-Zing Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley, on the southern coast. It's a perfect place to start your new life. This was my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my boy. Good luck. Love, Grandpa. P.S. If Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will you? Ross says, don't worry. Ran and took a shower. All good. Just allergies and overthinking since I woke up. The mind is the most evilest of tricks because it gets your head all over the place. Good, bad, and indifferent.
You know, and there was a book we had to read a long time ago. I think it was called Freak the Mighty, where one of the kids in the show said, you can think your way out of anything. You can think your way out of pain, you can think your way out of this, you can think your way out of that. I'm like, more power to you.
Robin says, hello, you must be Anime-Zing. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. He's there right now tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here if you'll follow me. This is Anime-Zing Farm. Gotta love the bit graphics and the animation. Looks absolutely goofy.
Well, Anything's more polished than what we grew up on, to an extent.
Yeah. Ross in the chat says, although one good thing came out this morning, and this is for Doug, Senko-san is getting a game for the Switch.
Oh, wow.
Is that real?
Dang.
Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil under that mess. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time.
Oh, I've got a question, Doug. Are you caught up on My Dear Friend?
I am not.
Okay, because apparently I saw a clip earlier that the internet, I didn't see the whole clip because I don't want to be spoiled. But apparently, either someone was a really good editor, or they actually went that far in the show.
Okay, I am a few episodes behind because of working a lot recently, and then gaming instead. Spending nights gaming on the stream as opposed to watching the anime. Although while I was in the MSI Monday morning, I did watch 4 episodes of Wistoria Sword and Wand and Sword.
Told you it was good.
It's been entertaining. And here we are, your new home.
Would you say that it's enjoyable as Knights and Magic, or not quite? Or at least not yet?
I'm not sure. Welcome, I'm Lewis, Mayor of Pelican Town. You know, everyone's been asking about you. Not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal.
Must be a small town.
So, you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. It's a good house. Very rustic. Rustic? That's one way to put it. Crusty might be a little more apt, though. Don't listen to her, Anime-Zing. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so that you'll buy one of her house upgrades. Anyway, you must be tired from the long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow you ought to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. The townspeople would appreciate that. Have a good night, Winry. Thank you for coming on and saying hello. Say hello to Grandma and Grandpa for me. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, just place it in this box here, and I'll come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. And that's the end of the opening sequence. Now we actually get into gameplay. So I have to ask, Darren, how'd the show go on Sunday?
I was asleep for half of it.
You were asleep for half of it?
I woke up about 9 o'clock. If that says anything.
Ah.
I came home. I got home at like 3:15, got in the shower, didn't do anything, went to go watch anime, and ended up falling asleep. So I slept from about 3:30 to 9 o'clock, and that's when I finally popped in the show.
Ah, I see.
Yep. But we had a good time.
All right, so we started off. The mayor gave us 15 parsnip seeds to grow. But first, we've got to get rid of some of this mess in our farm. So we got to chop up some of these rocks. Just scythe down some of these weeds. I don't want to get rid of all of the grass like that, the stuff that's sitting over here, just because that can turn into good feed later. Take the axe, we chop wood. Wood is important to grab early on, because with the wood you can end up getting making a chest to store a bunch of stuff. And then we hoe that area, and then we just that takes care of all the parsnip seeds, and now we gotta water everything. So who was the guest that Angela had? I didn't get a chance to look.
I forget his name because I wasn't there long enough. Well, and also just I was kind of out of it. But it was a friend of hers.
I'm
That is,
guessing a
that is,
cosplayer
or I think it was just a fellow nerd. And he was an uncle to 6 kids.
wow.
Yeah, and he said a lot of his time is spent with them, and a lot of the shows he watches are because of them. Honestly, he said Demon Slayer was one that they were into. Um, thank you, Ross. Raul Montero.
Raul Montero. Okay, I think she did mention something about that name. The name did not sound familiar to me. She said that she thought that I might know him. I guess he's a streamer and a
Yes, yes,
cosplayer. But from
he
the
did
sounds
mention
of it, he
that.
needs better anime to watch.
Pretty much. He said he actually hasn't had a whole lot of time for anime, mostly due to the fact of hanging out with his nieces and nephews.
That's understandable. I need to chop down one more tree so I can get enough wood to craft a chest so I can store some of this stuff in there. We do have some coal, which is nice. Coal will help when we get a furnace going. So E brings up the menu here. We go over to crafting, craft a chest. We'll throw that down here. And then we will walk up here and I will place a chest down. Where should we place a chest down? Should we put it down on this side of the house or on the left side or the right side?
Left.
Left side?
Mm-hmm.
So put it right on the left side of the stairs. And then we can drop stuff in there. Now we can use the good thing about using the scythe is I can start chopping all this stuff up and it doesn't use any of the energy. At the moment, I have 60 of the 270 energy points left that I started with. After you clear out a lot of your farm, or clear a decent area at the start of the farm, I like to try to get some of these because as you can see, occasionally you can get some mixed seeds and then you can grow some random crops from those mixed seeds. And that's free money. You do start with 500 coins to that you can use to buy crops or other things. I usually hold on to that until I really need it for something. Since we have 2 more seeds, we'll do that and we'll water them and then we'll go forage. because foraging is a good way to A, find stuff to eat, find stuff to sell. And I see nothing up here. That's insane. Usually there's stuff up here. And Ross says, question for Darren. If you were to date a monster girl, could you see yourself dating a satyr?
Never heard of it.
Remember when we had Mink on the show? The VTuber?
Honestly, no.
All right. Her stream, she's her VTuber character is a satyr. I have not seen anything forageable yet, which is kind of surprising. Usually there is some stuff around here.
So a centaur, basically.
Half
Okay.
human, half goat. That's almost similar to a succubus.
No.
What if it was a nice one?
Still no.
So as we're continuing to walk, I can't do any fishing just yet because we don't have the fishing rod. That doesn't come in till day 2, which is why I spend a lot of the first day kind of going around foraging.
You don't have an old rod, a good rod, or a super rod. Oh my.
Yeah. I know they say that, you should go and say hi to all these people, but...
Well, it's like in Pokemon. When you first start playing the game, you really don't want to talk to anybody, but once you become a veteran player, talking to everyone, you never know what you're gonna get.
I'm pretty
Like,
confident of what I'm going to get. Maru is one of the girls that you could see about getting into a relationship with. I don't remember if Penny is one as well or not. You can check people's trash cans as long as nobody else is around, because occasionally you could find something good in there. Walking down to the beach is good because you can find some forageables here from time to time. You also want to keep an eye out on the ground for little worm spots. There's like 3 little worm heads poking out of the ground, just like these. Use the hoe, and you find glass shards. Found clay. You can also find those little worm things on walkways and pathways and stuff. In fact, we have another thing. Visit Gunther at the museum. It's too late for that because the museum's already closed, so we're going to head back and try to do a little bit more foraging over this way. We'll bypass this one and keep on going. When it comes time to get animals, you can come down here and buy cows and chickens and pigs and other animals from down here. I think she lives down here. She's a that's Leah. She's like a vegetarian, and I think she's also a love interest that you can get. And this is a game that doesn't discriminate. I have seen people play it to where you can have, same-sex relationships and stuff. Not that I'm going to do that, but that is an option. I know where I'm gonna head. It's getting late, so check down here, see if there's any turnips. Or not turnips. Here we go. Spring onions. There was quite a bit, actually. That's wonderful. That's good to give you extra health, extra energy. From everything that we've been chopping up, we've got some more mixed seeds that we could plant. There's a bunch of different crops. We're in spring, year one. I believe it's 28 days per season in this game. So the game just does kind of move fast. It moves slow and fast at the same time, if that makes any sense. I will say that ramen cat anime is still adorable. I have been enjoying that. That might be my pleasant surprise anime of the season. Something that I went into watching just because it kind of looked cute, had no expectations for it, and actually really isn't bad. And instead of taking the shortcut home and having to deal with chopping a bunch of rocks and stuff when we don't have a ton of energy, I'm just going to take the long way home. Plus, by taking the long way home, we can come up this way.
So you think you're a Romeo taking part in a picture show? So you
Definitely
take
not.
so you take the long way home?
Take the long way home. This is Pam. She's the town's alcoholic. She's also, when you get the bus up and going, she's also the bus driver.
Oh, so the one from South Park?
Pretty much. You have Gus, who's the owner of the saloon. You can buy food from him, and which can help with energy and stuff like that. You have Emily, who is a love interest as well. You've got Clint. He's the blacksmith. He also has an interest in Emily. You have Shane, who hates everybody. Friday nights, the place gets really busy. You'll see people playing pool. The arcades here you can actually use. I don't remember if you can use the vending machine here or not. You might be able to. You can also fish out Joja Cola. So we are heading back so we can go to bed. We'll probably throw some of this stuff in the chest. I'm going to sell the fiber because I don't really need that right now. It'll help get a little extra money. So we'll take the fiber out. We're going to throw that in there, that in there, that in there. We'll come over here. We'll sell that and that. And now we'll go to sleep for the night. Get this screen that shows we made 115 gold off of the random stuff that we found. Ross in the chat says he's been enjoying The Magical Girl and Evil Lieutenant. Says it's funny for a 12-minute anime. That's one that wasn't on my radar. Whoop, I didn't mean to pick that up. I meant to weather report. Forecast for tomorrow. It go rain. When you start off Stardew Valley, the first 3 days are pre-programmed weather-wise. It's going to be sunny, sunny, and then rain on the third day. Every time. Thing that does change every day, fortune teller. You don't know if it's going to be a good day, a bad day. Today it's showing neutral, so the day is in your hands. I'm going to come down here and water everything. Like I said, this is a nice, mellow, kind of fun, just laid back, streaming, relaxing kind of game. I think it's one that you'd enjoy, Darren, especially with the farming side of things, where you enjoy not gardening, but landscaping and stuff, and you do have that aspect in the game here.
Very nice. And I played Farmville and Cityville back when they were the big things on Facebook. It was fun.
Now, and it is a good, relaxing game. You don't have to spend a lot of time. Willie got back from a fishing trip, so that's where we're going to get our fishing rod. So we're going to head that way.
Now, I hope it'll catch more than just Magikarp.
You never know. Maybe I'll catch a Goldeen. Every now and then I do see the little flashes of lightning through the closed blinds.
Always a good sign.
Yeah. Hoping we don't have another big thunderclap like we had earlier that scared the ever-loving bejeebas out of Haru.
Where was I? In sleep?
Ainz was already hiding from the earlier thunderclaps.
Oh, so true, tried and true scaredy cats.
Pretty much. I'm just going to skip in the interest of saving time. Then we'll come over here and we'll fish for a little bit. Hello, Brianna. How are you? Haven't talked to you guys in a while. I hope Todd's doing good. Brianna in the chat says, Doc, it's Todd's girlfriend, Bree. I love Stardew. I just started playing this daily like 2 months ago. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy Stardew. I've been playing this for a few years, on and off. And I thought it'd be a fun game to start doing on the stream randomly throughout the week. Like I said, I want to try to do at least one gaming stream a week. Hello, Todd. I hope things are going good for you. I'll wave. For those of you who don't know, I used to work with Todd up in New York before I moved to Pennsylvania. Todd was one of the awesome people who helped us pack and load the U-Haul before moving, making that fun 7-hour drive down here. At some point, maybe you guys can even find a way to come down and visit. We'd love to chat with you again and hang out. And Pennsylvania's so much better than Plattsburgh. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, excuse me.
And she says that Todd misses me. He still has 2 bays, which means that they have not found anybody to replace me in the other bay. Getting those chests is always a good thing. Sometimes it's tough early on when you don't have much storage. But early game, I have found that fishing is, like I said before, one of the best ways to make money. We got a geode from fishing, which is really good. Now, let's go to the blacksmith and open that up before we get too carried away. Also, is there anything on the beach here that we can forage? Oh, it's fine, Brianna. You know, don't feel bad about distracting me while fishing. Fishing is monotonous, but if you can level that up early game, that really does help you out long game when it comes to money and experience and trying to get all the fish and everything. So we're gonna have him process the geode for 25 gold. We got a copper ore, which is excellent. Let's check the trash can just because.
What are you, a trash panda?
No, like I said, early game, you can go through. Sometimes you can find food in the trash cans.
I know, I'm picking on you.
Oh, I know.
You know, I'd say you know what a trash panda is, right?
Yep, a raccoon.
Mm-hmm. Who loves to break into Cybertrucks because they think they're dumpsters?
Brianna, Bree in the chat says, "I'm a trash panda." She's proud of it. Like I said, we're gonna throw that and that in there. We're gonna throw the fish in here to start off because that's just good money. I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna chop these trees down. Like I said, with 25, you've got some new ideas to sleep on. I don't think I've ever seen that message before. I wonder if they've done updates to the game since the last time I played. It's been a bit since the last time I played.
And well, we all found out what happens when you take huge breaks between playing games.
Yeah,
Yeah, you lose all your data.
pretty much.
But yet, somehow, I still have my account that I created over 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago. I find that hilarious.
That is very weird. So we gained enough wood. We could make a chest, which we're gonna put that chest down on the dock because I'm gonna walk down to the dock now for fishing because you can get better fish off the dock. Like I said, as you get higher levels for everything, it really helps out. I do like the early game fishing. It may get very redundant early on where you see me just fish and fish and fish. But it gives us time to chat more, and I do have to ask if Todd has still been enjoying the wonderful engineers who love to blast the horn going through Plattsburgh for every crossing and by the station. I literally just started this game tonight at 8 o'clock, Bree. So this is spring year 1, day 2. I'm bad about playing deep into games like this because I constantly restart. To put it, furthest I've gotten, I think, was like year 3 somewhere. Because I got to see when the grandfather comes back in ghostly form. And I think that happens at the end of year 3. So I've gotten that far. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to restart. Sea jelly, that's new. There's a wow, there's a bunch of new stuff in here. What the heck is sea jelly?
Hmm.
Oh my, that gives you a heck of a bonus too. This game also has a multiplayer option. So if you did get the game on Steam or something and you wanted to play, we could play together at some point. And we could start a new farm. And I did not hear that, Ross. Ross says, "Did you hear that 3 anime of Netflix got leaked?"
Hmm.
Did you hear that, Darren?
Nope.
Brianna says that she just plays on the Switch. I do have the game for Switch as well. I do kind of prefer it on the PC. That's just my preference. Another good thing about fishing is when you catch the fish, you can eat them to give you more energy to catch more fish. Anime are the remake movie of Princess Mononoke, Dada Dada Dan, and the reboot of Ranma One Half. And to your question, Bree, asking about if I make a lot of different profiles, I only have the one profile here that I play the game via Steam, and I can just have as many like new games as I want, so I don't have to make a new account every time I play on the PC. Ross says that Netflix got hacked. I thought Netflix was the hack. Oh, so having some downtime this week due to weather, Darren, are you gonna be watching some anime? I think Darren's falling asleep. Hmm. And Bree, you can also tell Todd that sadly I will never be on a NS train through Plattsburgh. Um, the closest that I will ever get is Harrisburg. Due to the fact of anything that would head up towards Plattsburgh, I think comes out of Binghamton. And that is, we don't have any trains that run Allentown to Binghamton. I do. And Bree says that she used to play Animal Crossing before she found this, which my wife and I are addicted to Animal Crossing. So uh, don't feel bad. I've actually play um, I check turnip prices a couple times a day when I can. Don't worry, Todd. If I had come through, if I was able to come through on the train, I'd put some extra toots as I went by your place. Maybe I'd hang a banner off the side of the engine saying "Hi, Todd," which that would be funny. So we are gonna head to bed, regain some energy. We leveled up in foraging, which you do get points when you're chopping down trees. Leveled up fishing. So we already up one level on foraging and fishing, which is great. Made 500 gold, so we kind of doubled our money. Like I said, being that it's definitely raining today, we don't have to water anything. It's going to be clear and sunny all day tomorrow, so I will have to water in the morning. Fortune teller says, new viewer has joined us. Spirits are somewhat mildly perturbed today. Luck will not be on your side. That's a good day to just fish then. Oh, already a visit from Clint. Sometimes I go a long time before seeing him, but I think because we got a copper geode from him, we're getting the blueprints to make like a smelter or something. And if you want to get the most out of those ores you find, you'll need a furnace. So we are getting the blueprint for furnace. So now we'll know how to make that, which is a great thing. The furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. Bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. When you've smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Oh, okay, I'm heading home. Take it easy. So if we go up to crafting, furnace, 20 copper ore, and 25 stone. We've got 1 copper ore. I am, however, going to throw this stuff in there. Actually, we'll hold on to that. Hold on to that and that. Tell everybody up at Riley that I say hello. I do miss everyone up there. I did have fun up there. It was a wonderful job. I still talk highly of that of Riley Ford to my new coworkers. I am sad that I'm not able to join you guys at the casino anymore because we always found that to be profitable. I'm pretty sure much to the dismay of everybody else. I have not been, due to work schedule, I have not ventured up north since we left. And that was a year ago. That's crazy. It's been a year that I've been in Pennsylvania now. We'll see how much money we can make fishing today. We'll probably have to eat some of the fish that we catch. And I am going to be, I am drinking tonight. So it's going to be a fun stream of, just relaxation since it's a night off. Whoops. Didn't mean to get up that high. Actually, that was a bad fishing round. So I got to ask the chat, what? I know, Ross, you're watching a bunch of shows. What has been your favorite show so far this season? I'll ask that to you too, John, since I know if you're still in the chat, I know that you've been watching a bunch of different stuff as well. I think 2.5 Dimensional Seduction has been my favorite thus far. Nothing has really stuck out to be like, oh, this is fantastic this season, though. Now the trick to even getting those chests, you have to catch the fish too, otherwise you lose everything. So what I like to do is I like to get that bar really high and then get the chest while it's dropping down. I feel like that sea jelly, once we get down a little bit lower, I'm going to eat that so that I can get that. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to hold on to that for another point in time. So, Brie, I know you said that you don't care so much for the fishing aspect. What's been your favorite part of Stardew? Ross in the chat says that he has been enjoying, besides Plus Sized Elf, which I know that's been high on his list, Magical Girl and Evil Lieutenant, 2.5 Dimensional Seduction, Days with My Stepsister, Why Does Nobody in This World Recognize Me, and Strongest Magician and Demon Lord Army. And John Knight says VTuber Legend dub and My Hero Academia 7 dub has been amongst his favorites. That VTuber Legend has been good. Bree says that she likes mining, but it's always hard to get around because it's very particular with how she takes care of everything. Like, I can't skip out on my animals ever, and I don't know, I like everything except fishing. I'm trying to get into that now because progress. That's why you do the fishing early on when you can't afford the the barn and coop and stuff to get all the animals. That's why I usually there's times I'll spend most of the first month just fishing, trying to get that to level 10. I'll do a little bit of foraging, I'll do some farming to get that up, but I'll concentrate heavily on fishing when I can, especially if it's a day of rain where I don't have to worry about watering crops. Eat the seaweed to get that out of the inventory. Click on that because I forgot we had some trash. Actually, we're just going to throw that trash away. Brianna said that she grinded on farming and foraging, barely had any issues with money. And now all of her money comes from animal products like crazy. Which is true. I'm sure if I spent more time foraging and doing the farming stuff, I probably could make more money. Whoop, that was a weak cast. That's okay. We're not going for world record catches or anything. I can guarantee we've probably leveled up to at least level 2 fishing by the end of this day. Hello to everyone. Russ said Todd just texted a bunch of people. John says hi, Reed says hi, Garrett says hi, and Bob says hi. He works fast. And Ross says an anime he just started watching is now going on hiatus in order to maintain quality. And they are going to put season 1 episodes in place of season 2 episodes. I have to ask, which show is that? Don't like the fact I've been getting a lot of the seaweed. Ross says that the show on hiatus, Our Last Crusade, or Rise of a New World Season 2. Is it too late? I don't remember if he leaves here at 4 or 5. Oh, he's still here. So we can come here and we can sell the fish we've got. And that's made us a decent amount of money. Not quite enough for the fiberglass rod, but when we get there, we're going to upgrade to the fiberglass rod. I was watching the most recent Trash Chased episode. I haven't finished watching it yet, but they were going um, through different uh, time eras of anime, going way back to early on with like the early Astro Boy and Speed Racer and stuff like that. Talking about what that's you can't even call it which decade because some of them are in 3 year chunks, some are in 5 year chunks. They just got up to I I want to say early mid 2000s animes as far as I've seen in the stream. And they were talking about shows like Love Hina and stuff like that. And it's like, these are shows I haven't seen in ages. And I may decide to go and revisit those at some point. Since I like to go back and rewatch shows that I've already enjoyed when I'm caught up on all the shows that I try to watch. And like I was telling Darren earlier, the Wisteria Wand and Sword that he recommended me to check out. I actually watched the first 4 episodes. First 3 episodes were English. We got a mover here. And we still caught him. The eel. I know I should be holding on to some of these too, but because I'm going to need them for the community center, but I'm not going to worry too much about that just yet. And we got fish bait. That's going to be good. We're going to throw the fish bait right in there. We'll probably fish until the time up here is about 9 o'clock. So go for another about 3 hours, about 2.5 hours here. Oh, Taj. If Aaron still works there, tell him that I bagged 2 deer last year. Ran them over with train locomotives. Probably beat him for how many deers that he got. I said Aaron, yeah. Got wood and another geode. We're gonna throw all that stuff in here. First one I got, I was on a local in a very wooded area. Big buck, huge antlers. Comes out of the woods, running in front of the locomotive, right beside the track. If he had turned to the left, he would have survived, as the front of the locomotive got to him. Instead, turned to the right and went right under the front of it. And unlike a car, when a diesel locomotive hits a deer, the diesel's not totaled. Angela currently is at axe throwing, so I hope she's having a great time. John Knight in the chat says tomorrow is Natalie Hoover's birthday, voice of Yoko in SAO. Suskino in Show by Rock, Lily in Recovery of a MMO Junkie, and Rune in My Dress Up Darling. I forgot she did the voice of Lily in Recovery of MMO Junkie. I just literally rewatched that last week or the week before. While stuck in the hotel, I sat down and binged 8 episodes. I think I had mentioned it to Angela, and that's what made me think about I should go back and rewatch that. This is going to be our last cast since I just realized it's after 9:30 in this day. I will probably play for about another 20 minutes or so. I'll probably go one more day before calling it a night on the stream. I don't want to stream too long, especially with a major storm that's rolling through. I guess we're supposed to be having the remnants of Hurricane Debbie coming through. However, we did get some good fish that we can sell. And what's sad is I have seen of the 4 shows that John Knight listed, I have watched 3 of them in their entirety, and one I dropped after about 5 episodes. Fishing has gone up to level 2. So I didn't fish enough to get level 3, but that's okay. We will change things up a little bit so it's not as monotonous of just fishing all day. So check for spring onions. Fortune teller says, feeling neutral today. Weather report. It's going to be nice and sunny tomorrow. So we got to come out here, grab all of our farming supplies. We had a bird come through and take out one of our crops, unfortunately. Not able to prevent that until after we level up and can build a scarecrow to try to keep the crows away. But we are fortunate enough to have some other crops that are growing. I'm gonna try to make a lap around, do some more foraging stuff today instead of just the fishing. Stock up on wood. Let's check up here and see if there's anything good up here. I see nothing forageable up here at the moment. John Nice has finally finished watching My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 11 dub. And it was an emotional and incredible episode. Almost had him in tears. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I lost interest in it, and I know that sounds bad to say. I watched into Season 4, but it just couldn't keep my attention. But that's also why we say that there's anime for everyone. Just realized we got 2,000 gold now. We probably can go. What is this? A house plant. They have really put some new stuff in this game. I've never gotten a house plant out of chopping a tree before. So that's interesting. So I'll throw this stuff in here. What I'm going to do now is, since we have 2,500 gold, I think it's only 2,000 gold to get the first upgrade for the backpack, so you can start carrying more stuff. So let's do that. This is our first time here into the little market here. Yep, 2,000 gold. We will get the upgraded backpack. So now we have 2 layers that we get of inventory space. We come over here and talk to Pierre, who is the owner of the store. When you want to buy seeds from him, he's got all the seeds you need to start off with, along with some other stuff, including saplings and stuff like that. You also are allowed to come back this way, where they have different meet and greets with some of the villagers from time to time. You can come back into the kitchen area. Sometimes you can see, spy on different things. Now there is a Joja Mart in Pelican Town. I try not to go there. It's very rare when I actually go in there. Being this late in the day, you have to be wary of going through garbage cans because, like I said, if anybody sees you, you lose a lot of friendship points. This is Haley. She's the ditzy, prissy girl of the game. I believe she's also Emily's sister or roommate or something like that. I want to come down here because I keep forgetting about those spring onions, which is a good source of food. That's also where the foraging comes in handy from getting them, if you can find them. Actually, speaking of foraging items, here's a good one here. Get ourselves a horseradish. There is no spring onions around here, but a lot of other stuff, which we didn't see the night that we came out here because it was probably because it was dark. After you progress far enough into the game, you'll have a little mouse that ends up taking up residence here. They end up selling hats. Get ourselves a couple more forageable items, which is nice. We're gonna get that out so we can I said we're not doing a lot in the way of fishing tonight. We're kind of doing some foraging stuff. Maybe we can get some more free seeds, which very beneficial because when the crops grow, you can get money from them. Up here you have the Wizard's Tower. We'll deal with him later. We don't even have access to it this early in the game. We are starting to get a little bit low on health, on energy, not health, but energy. If you get down too low, you will collapse, and then somebody will find you, end up bringing you home, but they will steal some of your items and or gold. So that's why it's best to not pass out. Guess you could call it a finder's fee per se. I will message you at some point, Todd. I have not forgotten about you. Things have just been crazy with the new job, still figuring things out. Feel free to tell everybody that I did mark up. I am a full-fledged conductor for the railroad now. So it's no longer a trainee trying to figure out what I'm doing. Now I'm marked up and still trying to figure out what I'm doing. But as you know, as long as you can fake it pretty good, you'll last. I mean, you're still at Riley, so you faked it really well. But in all seriousness, it was great seeing you guys. I hope you can catch more streams in the future. Like I said, I'm going to start this as a series. This is the first of hopefully many Stardew Valley streams. I want to try to keep this one strictly for streaming. So if I play for fun or if I play and want to cheat, so to speak, because I do like having the Iridium Sprinkler, which early game is kind of cheap. But really, it's great seeing you guys. I hope that you have a wonderful night. Like I said, tell everybody at the dealership I say hello. I miss them all. At some point, maybe I'll make my way back up there where I can pop in and say hi. I am almost out of energy completely. I probably have enough energy to fish for a little bit. Instead of going all the way to the beach, I'll probably just fish at the river. And like I said, got about 8 minutes left of the stream planned or until the end of the day. Peace out. Have a good one, and I will chat with you guys another time. And feel free to message anytime. If I'm on a train and can't message back immediately, I will message back when I can. Because per the rules, cannot have the phone on while the train is moving. I'm glad that you've been enjoying it, Ross. Hopefully, we've been able to make your day a little bit better. I know you said you were having a rough day, so hopefully tonight's stream has helped you to, relax, make you a little bit happier. Ooh. I didn't actually mean to cast that. I meant to click on the fish so I could eat that and have the energy to fish again. So we're going to eat both of these bass, which put us back up to 49 energy. Have a good, as I said, have a good night, Bree and Todd. Great chatting with you. Great reconnecting, and hopefully you tune in again. John Knight in the chat says, My Hero Academia manga has officially ended. Yeah, unfortunately, Ross, when it comes to stuff like that, as anime fans, we get hooked on a show, and when there's any delays and stuff, it can really throw you off, catch you off guard, and everything. But try not to let it get to you. Remember, that's something that is definitely out of your hands. You have no control over that. All you can do is, you know, enjoy what you've seen thus far, and know that they are trying to that it's on hold because they want to keep quality up. It's not on hold because they're not going to continue it, or it's not an interspecies reviewers type deal. So think on the positive side on that. I mean that's, and we've talked a lot about quantity over quality of animes lately, where it seems like they're just putting stuff out to put it out. If this is a show where they have the pride and want to put out the best quality stuff that they can put out, I wouldn't be too upset. Excuse me, I wouldn't be too upset about that. On that note, it is time for bed to end day 4. We have leveled up fishing to level 3. We also have a new crafting recipe, the crab pot, and dish of the sea. So it's been a progressive first 4 days. We've been able to level up quite a bit. And on that note, I think we are going to call it. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Thank you for the information about Senko-san getting a game for the Switch. I did look that up. I did find a news article about it. Says due out this summer in Japan. 5 Stars Game has announced Senko-san to Isho together with Senko-san, the first game based on the manga series and the anime The Helpful Fox Senko-san. It will launch digitally for Switch, iOS, and Android this summer in Japan. So, knowing that it's going to be released in Japan, I don't know if it's going to get an English adaptation or be available outside of Japan. We will have to wait and see, but I will have that on my watch list as a show to check out, or as a game to possibly grab in the future. I hear you, Ross. He says, yeah, I get it, but at least make it to episode 7 instead of postponing before episode 5. It'd be nice to get it past the halfway point of a typical season, and saying typical season, it's based off 12 anime seasons, or 12 episode seasons. But like I said, on that note, everybody have a wonderful night. We will be back this Sunday. I may and depending on my work schedule, I might do another gaming stream this week. I don't know. Like I said, these are typically a last minute decision based off of, you know, my work schedule and stuff that's going on. But I'm glad that that everybody has come by to check us out, hang out with us for a bit, and chat. Um, if you've been enjoying this, let us know. Comment on the streams. If you want to see us do more streams like this, be more than happy to. Until next time, this has been Anime-Zing Radio here on YouTube and Twitch. Have a great night, all.